Hello to everyone today. My name is Valerie Harris, and we are still stepping up and stepping out with Talk Time Val. Today's topic will be on commitment. So ask yourself, what is commitment? Commitment is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or an activity. In other words, you are going to be faithful to that thing that you're going to be committed to. You're going to show loyalty to that thing. You're going to make a pledge. You're going to be devoted. You're going to form a bond, and you're going to pay close attention to that thing that you said that you're going to be committed to. So why is commitment so difficult for us as a people? One thing you must realize is that when you decide to be committed, that it is the enemy of resistance. It is the serious promise to press on, to get up, no matter how many times you are knocked down. Because guess what? When you become committed to something, you will have obstacles. Struggles might come your way to cause you not to do what you said you were going to do. So every day we make lame excuses to keep from doing something. And guess what? We need to stop doing that. Stop making excuses. Just do it. Just stop making excuses as to why you're not going to be committed to doing that thing that you said that you wanted to do. When you are committed to something, it will create a bond of mutual trust. You want people to trust you when you tell them you're going to do something. You have to be committed to do that thing, because if you don't do it, then you're not able to build the trust that you need to build for people to be able to trust that you're going to do what you said you were going to do. So get up and don't allow the enemy to keep you from doing what you have been called to do for a time such as this. Because remember, the enemy's job is to tell you that you can't do it. But I am here today to remind you and to tell you what the scripture says again, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So you have to remember that. You can do it. Put in the chat, I can do it and I will do it. I think I've been telling you that every time. Don't allow anyone to make you think there is something that you can't do. You can do it through Christ. Sometimes you always need him to help you do the things that you want to do. Don't feel like you're alone, because you have him to depend on to help you be committed in that thing that you said that you want to be committed in. And I like this quote that I saw. It said, Abraham Lincoln said, a commitment is what transforms a promise into a reality. And I thought that was very interesting. And I feel that that's true. Because a commitment is what will transform a promise into a reality. If we said we are committed to doing it, it gets transformed and our promise becomes a reality. Because if you want to be successful, the road to success is through commitment. When you commit yourself to something, nobody can stop you but you. You're the one that will stop yourself. Sometimes we get in our own way of doing things that we said that we wanted to be committed about. Think about this. When you become committed to something, you must give it 100%. You can't give it 5%, 10%, 15%, put it on the shelf, maybe percent. You need to give it 100%. Suppose this year you made the commitment to pay off some bills. Well, Are you still shopping and buying things that you don't need instead of going shopping in your own closet? Because if you want to pay off some bills, you have to eliminate some expenses that you normally would spend money on that you really don't necessarily need to spend that money on. Suppose your commitments this year was to pay your bills on time. You hadn't been in the habit of paying your bills on time. You need to pay your bills on time so that you can build your credit and have good credit. So if you need to go and get something, you can get it because you have built good credit. Suppose it was that you wanted to lose weight. That was something I really could talk about, because if you want to lose weight, you can't keep sitting there eating up cookies and crackers and drinking sodas and eating bread and doing all that stuff. Because if you continue to have those bad habits, you're not going to be able to lose that weight. You have to become committed, even if you start taking one thing at a time out of your diet so that you can lose the weight. Yes, that is a struggle for many people. It was a struggle for me. But I do know if you become 100% committed to that thing, you can lose the weight. You just have to be committed to it. What about a project that you might have started last year that you put on a shelf and you're not doing it? But you said you were going to do it, but you didn't commit 100% to doing it. Commitment is what builds trust with your family, with your friends, your co-workers, and even your community. So ask yourself these questions. What have I committed to do in 2022 that I did not complete last year? Ask yourself this question. Have I put anything in place to make it happen? You can say, ouch, yes or no. It's up to you. So today I've come to encourage you to stay committed to that one thing you said you were going to do. Come on, and let's get motivated today. Come on, let's get pumped up. Let's get motivated to become committed about that one thing that we said or pledged that we were going to do. We can do it. So come on and let's do it together. Get excited about that commitment. Come on and let's get pumped up. Let's get motivated. You need to be motivated today. I'm here to motivate you because motivation is what will get you started. But commitment will keep you going. So you have to remember that. Because motivation, let me say it again, is what gets you started. But commitment is what will keep you going. When you make a commitment, you create hope. So type in the chat. A commitment, when you make it, it will create hope. When you keep commitment and you're committed to something, it will create trust. So commitment creates trust. Type it in the chat. Commitment creates trust. That might include certain things like relationships. Are you committed, fully committed to a relationship with people that you know, or are you half in and half out? Because if you're half in and half out, you're not being committed to that relationship or that friendship. Are you committed to the daily tasks that you have to do every day? During the week, your children, your spouse, your church obligations, even including your prayer life, spending time in the presence of God on a daily basis. Are you committed to doing any of those things? Your personal or professional goals and your health. Think about your health. You have to be committed to your own health. No one else can commit to your health. You have to be committed to your own health so that you're able to be committed to the other things that you want to do in your life. When you're committed, it will bring about innovation in you. It will help you to become or to have a positive outlook on life, having more expectation about yourself when you're committed. It will help you to build a positive work culture with other people when you're working with them, because they can see that you're committed about what it is that you said that you were going to be. It causes you to be transparent, to be authentic, to be accountable when you're committed. All of those things will come into play when you're committed. It brings about incentives. It will show the results of that thing that you said that you were committed to. It helps you with being effective in your communication with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers, and even with strangers when you meet them. Being committed will help you want to grow others, to help others in areas of their weakness. And then they can in turn help you in things that you might be weak in. I know I want to get all the help I can get. So I want to be committed to helping those that need help. And that's what all of us should try to do, is to be committed to helping someone else do something that they might not know how to do. So commitment is something that you must keep building upon as you are growing and maturing. It doesn't always happen overnight. It's a process, but it must happen if you want to be successful, if you want to reach your potential, if you want to fulfill your capacity, if you want to fulfill your dreams and your purpose and your vision in your life. Come on and let's do this thing together. This week, what I would like for you all to do is think about this, is find a accountability partner and get a journal. And each of you write out one thing that you plan on being committed to for the rest of this year in that journal. And in that journal, list how you can plan on being committed to that thing. Come up with a time frame, how much time you plan on spending with that particular thing that you want to be committed to, and write it out. You need to work on that this week, okay? That one thing. Get that accountability partner, get a journal or notebook, and write out how you plan on being committed to that particular thing. Just plan on being committed to that one particular thing. Don't have a whole list, because you might miss it if you have a whole lot of stuff going on. And then add on as you go. Well, that's all I have for you today. And it was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to come out and talk with you again on today. But one thing I want you to do today is repeat after me. Commitment. Watch out. We are on our way to being 100% committed to do what we said we were going to do. I will be talking to you again next week. I enjoyed being with you, and I look forward weekly to coming out here talking to you about stepping up and stepping out with Talk Time Val. Have a great week, and make sure you get that accountability partner and start writing out your plan of how you plan on being committed to that one particular thing. We're going to do this thing together. You're not alone. Remember, you are not alone. You can do it. We can do it. And we're going to do it together. Talk to you next week. See ya.